welcome to this episode of Retro Game Living Room. This is going to be a first in a series of videos where we're going to be taking a look at VHS-based video game consoles. And the console that we're going to be looking at today is my favorite one, which is this one. It's the Takara Video Challenger, which is a light gun based video game system. So stick around. Say hello to the Takara Video Challenger VHS game system. This was released in Japan by Takara. It was invented, though, by Select Merchandise. In European regions, it was released by Bandai, where it's known as the Bandai Video Challenger. And in Canada, it was marketed by some company that pretended to go play Duck Hunt. It's pretty funny. So on the back, we see these really cool-looking guys here with the gun. We see some footage, some game footage, a diagram of the gun, one of the tapes, and the score and laser targeting. Not laser really, but light targeting of the console gun. This guy looks pretty cool, blasting stuff on the side of the box. Is there anything else on the other side of the box? Nope, it's the same image, just reversed. So let's go ahead and open this up. This is a really easy console to unbox. Styrofoam casing, which is really nice. So on top we have, warranty cards and registration cards. In plastic, here's our gun. Try and get it out without destroying anything. This is my favorite VHS-based console because it's all self-contained. In the gun unit, it doesn't need a faux console like you have with ActionMax. It's also much easier to use, unlike some other VHS consoles, for example, anyone in the Captain Power series. Right here on the bottom is where your ammo goes. This takes 4 AA batteries. I already have batteries in this because I was just recently using it before I made this video. As a public service announcement to everyone out there, do not store your batteries in your retro game systems or in anything really. It will fuck them up. All right, we have a power button. Once on, it shows our score on the back, which is really nice. I can see the front sight through the rear sight. It lines up in that nice circle for me. And when I pull the trigger, it makes a sound. Now, if I actually made a hit, this light here at the front would also light up, and I would know I made a hit. The game that it comes with is a Godzilla game, which, and this came with various games over the course of its lifetime. Now, this Godzilla game was released in '87, which same year that the console was released. We'll be taking a look at that Godzilla game. And we're also going to be taking a look at Thunderstorm. Let's take a look at Thunderstorm first. So what we're going to do is pop this in and play the game, just like that. For this exercise, I had to get my trusty VCR out of storage. Just going to pop the VHS in and let it play. Right now we're about 3 feet back from the TV, about 4 or 5 feet back from the TV, which is a good distance for this game. Thunderstrike was, of course, a Data East Laserdisc arcade game. So here we have it adapted to VHS. It actually works pretty well. Obviously the video is not quite Laserdisc quality, but I mean, back in this time period, VHS was the standard that we all expected, and this does look really good. I import the Japanese versions because see, now that was me getting a hit. I got hit. So they shoot back. See, that's it lighting up. It's me getting hit. It's a little bit difficult to play through the camera. Check it out. There's the World Trade Center. I don't even know how that guy hit me. I have 0 points because the hits I've taken have negated the hits I've made so far. Alright. I'm going to stop playing through the camera and start looking at the actual screen. It's 10 times easier. Okay. Got a hit there. So the Japanese version of the tapes are actually an NTSC, which is what we use here in the United States. I did mention that there was a Canadian company that made these, but they're like pretty much impossible to find. I can't even think off the top of my head what the company was called, but it'll be edited into the video at some point. The European ones by Bandai are all PAL video. There might even be some French CCAM ones. And PAL video does not work in the United States unless you have a dual mode VHS player that's capable of playing PAL and an NTSC. Those are usually, even to this day, about $200 starting. You might be able to get one for under $200 that is broken. So I hope that you can see, a little bit of the gameplay here, as well as some of the graphics on the screen here. So my score is now up to 1700. I'm trying to shoot this guy a bunch. I'm also trying to keep my gun in the screen as much as possible. Alright, so right here, I'm able to get hits. Down here. No matter what you do, though, no matter how well you play, you can just sit and watch. I mean, the video is going to play out the same no matter what. So really what the challenge here in Video Challenger is to get a high score. It's a high score game. Ow. Alright, I got my hit back. 32, 33, I'm nailing this guy. Alright, let's get this missing. It'd be cool if I caused that explosion, but it's just simply not how this game works. I am doing pretty good, though. Now, suddenly not so much. Look at that, 5,800 score. Oh, this guy's coming. I think this has been enough video for you guys to get the gist of this game, what it's about, how good it is. It's pretty fun. One thing that I really like about Video Challenger is that if you have another Video Challenger console, every game is automatically 2-player. So you're not really co-op, but you can fight, you can battle your best friend to see who can get the higher score. So I think that's something that is really neat about this. With the purposeful, grimacing, and terrible sound, he pulls, spitting, high tension, wise down. Okay, so this one has like this LT, HT, and EA, and I'm not really sure what they are. But we are timed, so we have like, I don't know. We have some time to stop Godzilla. It's really much harder in this game to get a hit. and I haven't got one yet. You see I did keep my score from the previous game. Okay, and that stuff will actually hit you pretty randomly. See, this guy hit twice in a row there. This is basically like an episode of Godzilla, and you gotta shoot at Godzilla as he's terrorizing the town. Later in the game, you team up with Mothra to help bring the lizard down. Got him. And he's a pretty big target. You'd think he'd be easier to hit. There are a lot of parts of this game where you're just watching the scenes and you really have nothing to do as a player. I got hit and I wasn't even... Nothing was even happening. I just got hit. Really hard to hit this guy. Oh, got him. So I'm not really sure what the system is detecting in order to get a hit. I want to say I think it's similar to ActionMax, where we're just looking at the flashing target, and the flashing target is all that we need to do to get the hit. And there must be something that can be received in the gun, which is like Captain Power, that tells us, like that's a flashing light, it tells us we've got a hit. Okay, we're going to get Godzilla with a net. Good job. Net him. He's netted and I can't shoot this guy. It's only going to make him stronger. I really wish I had the instructions for this. In 2017, I took this system to the Game On Expo in Phoenix, and this guy came and sat down and played it. He never played it before. Maybe you recognize him. Yeah, he's just nailing me there. Oh, got him. Yep. Ooh, I didn't want to be in the way of that. That just got me a bunch of times. So I think it's the flashing of the effect. It's a pretty short game. I think it's only about 15 minutes. I've played through it before. But I think this sample of Godzilla has given you a taste for what this system is about. Between Godzilla and Thunderstorm, which I found to be a lot more fun, easier to shoot targets. If you like target shooting games, this is really neat. So I want to show you one more thing before we go. Alright, we're going to play one more game. And this game is a little hard to aim in, just like it is. It's like it is in Godzilla for some reason for me. I have a really hard time with this one. Got him. Got him. Killing these airplane guys. A little tough to hit. With Video Challenger, it's a little bit about the timing too, because you don't get the second shot right away. You gotta wait for it. Even though I got 3 targets on my screen, that should be really easy to hit. They're not stationary enough for it always to register well in this guy. We got quite a few hits now. I'm at 10,500 points. Got him. I'm going to stop there. The reason why I wanted to show you this game is because this is not, in fact, a game for the Video Challenger. This is, in fact, an ActionMax game. So what's cool is they use the exact same principle, the ActionMax and the Video Challenger, for how they detect a target. So you can use an ActionMax gun with a VHS that is for Video Challenger, and you can use the Video Challenger gun, on a VHS that's for ActionMax. This is actually one of my favorite, Sonic Fury. It's one of my favorite ActionMax titles, and we'll take a look at ActionMax later time. But this video is all about my very favorite VHS-based console, which is the Video Challenger. Before I go, man, it'd be really nice to get just one more hit. We can do it, right? There we go. There we got it. We got the hit, and that's all I need to show you. I hope you enjoyed my video of the Video Challenger VHS-based game system. It's my favorite one for a number of reasons, as I mentioned before. It's got a nice sight design. It actually tells you when you shoot. The score is back here on the rear of the console, so you don't have to look somewhere else or try and add it up in your head. And when you play a game like the ActionMax, which we'll look at a future date, you can see that the ActionMax, even though it has a gun, it still has like this auxiliary console part that keeps the score. And that's just clunky and kind of gets in the way, and it takes more batteries, or you have to plug it into a wall. That's a bit of a bummer. The Captain Power VHS-based game system. This is self-contained, and you can shoot, and you can pull the trigger, and everything like that, but this doesn't feel like this. This feels like a pistol. It's pretty cool. This feels more like a toy, and it also doesn't have a counter on it. We got an indicator light, and then there is a way, I forget right now off the top of my head, to add those up to figure out like what your score is and how many shields you have left, and yada 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 yada. It's a survival game. This is a high score game, which is more old school in terms of video games. And a lot of the people who made a lot of the games that came over for this. So we looked at one old school arcade game, another old school arcade game that's on this that I've been trying to track down, and I can't wait till I get it, is Afterburner 2, which is one of my very favorite Sega 90s arcade games. So I'm really looking forward to expanding and seeing what else is on this library. You could play it on ActionMax games, and ActionMax games can play Bandai Video or Takara Video Challenger games as well. If you're in the EU region, it's the Bandai Video Challenger, and good luck if you're in an NTSC region trying to find the Canadian one. I've never seen it, but get the Japanese import. This is an awesome system to have. That concludes our first installment in our VHS-based game system series. The next one you're going to watch is the craziest video game experience I've ever had in my entire life. So look forward to that. I'll see you next time.